This is senior Hawgball analyst Noah Melson.
And this is Hawgball aficionado Walt Kelly.
And this
is Hawgball.
All right.
I think we got that nailed down a little bit better now.
Yeah, and let me tell y'all, our production team's out. They're out of town on a how to start a YouTube channel conference and picking up some lighting tips and whatnot. We're having some issues. We'll be all right. But we're on after the game. Great game. Noah, tell me your thoughts on the game.
Well, I mean, bottom line, you needed to get a win here, and you got it. You know, it wasn't pretty at times. 17 turnovers, that's a lot, especially when the A&M team only has 8. But, I mean, if you would have told me that we would have 17 turnovers to their 8, and let's see, and we would shoot the same amount of free throw, and we would shoot 67% from the free throw line, I wouldn't tell you I thought we won the game. And we won it we won it by 11 points.
Yeah, we were in control that whole game with a lot of
Yeah, I mean, A&M, that's a great team, and this was only their second loss in conference. Buzz Williams, I mean, say what you will about the guy. I mean, he
brings that intensity, doesn't he?
Yeah, just
Hey,
something's off about that, but he's a good coach. He's a good coach.
What was that stat they said sometime? It was late in the game, or at least mid-second half. They said something about we were up a good 6 to 9 points, and they said Texas A&M had taken or made 6 more shots than us. Like they had a lot more shots than we did, but yet we were up. I think we shot what 50% tonight.
You want to hear this?
Yeah, I do.
A&M had 76 field goal attempts, and we had 56.
Wow, they shot 20 more shots than the Hogs did.
And we won the game by 11.
Unbelievable.
That's a crazy stat. I mean, the offensive rebounds, they had more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds, and that, if you don't know basketball, that's extremely rare. That I haven't seen that a whole lot, if at all. So, I mean, yeah, it wasn't the prettiest game, but for these two guys on their birthday.
Happy birthday, Mackay and
Mikkel. And, you know, I have to say it was a good day because they fucked around and got a triple-double. If you combine their stats, Mikkel had 9 points and Mackay 15. That's 15 points total. Mackay had 6. 13 rebounds from Mikkel and 5 from Mackay, so that goes up to 18 rebounds and a total of 10 blocks between the two of them.
Man, I'll tell you what, you get those two on the court together, and they're trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And they said to Coach Muss that they wanted to have a block party for their birthday. And then Coach reminded them, hey, we got a game tonight. Yeah. They said, we'll bring it into Bud Walton Arena.
Yeah.
Only on Hawgball.
For sure. What a game for those two guys. And, you know, Coach Muss, after the game, said that Danielle actually told him he should be starting the Mitchell twins tonight because it's their birthday. And he denied that she had anything to do with his actual decision to start them. But I don't know if I believe him.
We'll just have to. That's something this story's developing.
Yeah, we'll
pay
keep
close attention.
We'll keep updating you guys. Maybe have some headlines in the next episode. You know, we've been missing out on those.
That.
It's a fan favorite, as we've been told.
You know, I've seen interviews with her, and she knows her basketball pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she was an ESPN reporter. She's even reported at a Super Bowl. Happy to have that family here in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Absolutely. And just one note on this game, and I can't say you didn't see it coming with the past Coach Muss teams. You only have 7 guys in the box score for Arkansas.
I was thinking that we saw. And Jordan Walsh didn't start tonight, did he?
Nope.
Boy, he sure was a part of that game.
Yeah, no, he went huge. But you see Muss with his teams. It always comes down to a 7 or 8 man rotation, and I think he's found his guys. I still think you'll see some Pinion and some Kamani Johnson in the other games, but. I mean, we've seen the last probably 5 games now, Anthony Black, Ricky Council, and Devo all having 35-plus minutes every game, and that happened again tonight.
I noticed tonight, now that I'm hearing you say that we had, and I just didn't realize we only played 7 tonight, but I noticed tonight after, Jordan got in there early, and Jalen Graham was in there before Jordan. Jalen Graham got in there, and he made that quick turnover when he got in there. He didn't get the hook. So I guess Coach was pretty stubborn about his guys, and he's like, okay, we're going to work through it.
Yeah, and you bring up Jalen Graham. I think both you and I were both in the Baylor game and a little bit in this game. He was a little tentative to shoot the ball, but in this game, when he shot it, he was 2 of 2 from the field. It's just that guy. We saw a lot of shooting confidence from him early in the season when he would get minutes, and I just want to see that continue as he maybe develops his role a little bit more defensively.
Yeah, I think it was when things started going downhill in the Alabama game, he kind of showed out, and he had a little run. It might have been 8 to 10 points, and he showed everybody what he can do, and we've been just begging to see more of that, and I think we're gonna see it. He's crafty with that basketball on offense, you know.
Well, speaking of showing you what he can do, how about Ricky Council? I won't say it tops the Brazil dunk, but wow, he went up, basketball in one hand, and it was just one of those things. I wish that I could do that, but I am not close to being able to do that. Went up with one hand. It looked like he was going to maybe throw it back and go like that, but he said, no, I'd actually rather 180 reverse it. And it was a pretty cool thing to watch.
Yeah, I was late getting here to the airing videoing of this what we're seeing right now, because I was in there. I've got a basketball goal set up on my bedroom door here in the production studio, and I was trying to do what Ricky did in the bedroom, and I couldn't do it.
That's on like a 6 foot tall hoop.
Yeah. I was getting up, but you can't replicate it. It was incredible. It was incredible. I think he outdid himself. He got down on the ground. It looked like he'd had too much to drink. He was so wobbly. It was something. It was really nice to watch.
But I think we should bring up, we talked a little bit about it, but just the turnovers and the offensive rebounds given up, those are a cause for concern. The turnovers have been really a theme all year. The defensive rebounding has been pretty solid most of the year, but these last 2 games has been a little bit suspect. But on the other end, it's like our half-court defense has been so good the last few games. I mean, you take away A&M's points off turnovers and their second chance points. I mean, who knows how many points they had just in the half court on their first shot. So if we can clean up especially the defensive rebounding, but the turnovers too, that'll just lead to some pretty low point totals for our opponents if we keep playing like this.
Yeah, I think what we've learned from Musselman teams is that there's some things, one thing will always come together that they can do, and they do it as good as anybody in the country. And this team's been struggling to find that one thing, but you said it. They're consistently, take away that second half against Vanderbilt, there's your asterisk, but their defense is being real stingy. I think this is Texas A&M and Baylor are 2 of the best offensive teams in the country, and we held them up both under 35% to the last 2 games, and that's something. That's what's allowing those turnovers that you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and those turnovers. Gosh, we can get on a roll offensively, and we think our team's unstoppable, and then that brings us down to earth and reminds us that they are young, and those
Yeah.
are the kind of things we can fix.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna get better there.
Yeah, you just really got to be encouraged by these last few games, and just exciting to watch this team start to really find their roles, which it was really a struggle at the start of SEC play.
No doubt about it. Like the turnovers, Devo had as many as he's had all year. It was turnover city, but with him going with the 7-guy night, he was still in there. He gave us plenty of reasons to be excited.
Well, yeah, and you look at this, this is something you really don't like to see from your 3 guards, but they do play a lot of minutes, so that plays into it. Each of our 3 guards, Council, Black, and Devo, all had 4 turnovers.
Wow. Maybe, the argument there is they're making big plays, but sometimes they're these kind of turnovers.
We had a couple of, I think Ricky and Devo at least had one, just a lob that should not have been thrown. And, those lobs make for some exciting plays.
Ricky Council did one of those when it was about an 8-footer for him when he's draining 14 and 16-footers all over the place. You're like, Ricky, there's your shot.
But this, I think with this game, it's really kind of a contrast to the last few games we've seen. At least some of our losses. It's been like in our last 2 losses with Missouri and Baylor. It's been we played really well, but didn't come out on top. This game, we didn't. At least offensively, I think. We scored 81 points, but I don't think we played all that well offensively in terms of turnovers and converting at the free throw line. But we came out with the win. So
yeah, with all the frustrations we've had, this is a team that we played tonight that's at the top of the SEC, played as well as anybody. A team that won 2 out of 3 against Arkansas last year, and good to get a win against those guys. They are an active team, and our defense just stayed active with them.
Yeah. I think just a very positive performance. But do you have one note on A&M? None of their bench. They played 5 guys from their bench. Now they didn't get a whole lot of minutes. None of them scored a point though. So
wow.
I think from our team we got 17 points off the bench. Yeah, Walsh was huge. Walsh had what I thought was the biggest basket of the game when we had been up by 10 and then all of a sudden a couple stupid turnovers and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game with 4:15 to go. Buzz Williams called a timeout right before the under 4 timeout, and then Ricky puts up a good 2-pointer that goes in and out, but Walsh was there to get the and one putback. Now he didn't convert the free throw, but just that and one took us into the under 4 timeout with the momentum where A&M had just taken all the momentum away.
He had to have a basket, and he was all business with that. He had a big 3 tonight too, didn't he, Noah?
Yes. I thought Walsh 27 minutes, so he kind of took over Makai's minutes. Makai was playing the 4 for the most of the first half. And then Graham got a few minutes, but Walsh ended up with 27 minutes tonight. So it was good to see. Game. I think maybe Muss was trying to send a little bit of a message by leaving him on the bench, and it looks like that works. 4 of 8 shooting, 1 of 2 from the line, or from 3-point. So 12 points. That's a solid 7 rebounds too. Wow. That's a quiet 7 rebounds. That guy just... He
just hustles out there. He's got the same expression on his face. Now and then it'll change when they blow the whistle on him, and he's got that look that we have. But yeah, Big Jordan Walsh fan here, I'll tell you that.
Yep. So, do we have a mailbag question before we get to South Carolina?
Glad you asked. There were a bunch of mailbag questions tonight, and due to time constraints, we don't have time for one. A lot of people were asking where the mailbag question was on the last episode.
Yeah, a lot of people.
We're sorry about
you
that.
Know how many viewers
we're sorry
we have,
about
so.
that. Yeah, we're flooded.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this is from a. It seems like a. Let me find that. It was from a Miss Kansas or something. Oh, here it is. Miss Kansas. Yeah, this is from Olive, Arkansas.
Olive, Arkansas?
Well, I do too.
Oh, her
name is Olive, Arkansas.
Wow.
Parents must have been huge Razorback fans.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let's see what Mrs. Kansas had to say.
Isn't it? It's pretty crazy, all these. I mean, we have
the best fans in the country.
Yeah,
we do.
We really do.
Let's see what she said. Hello, Hawgball. My parents were huge Razorback fans.
Oh, well, we were right.
Oh gosh, I love you, Olive.
Yeah. I love you, Olive.
See what he did there. I wanted to tell you that I fell in love with Anthony Black, or as my daddy calls him, AB. And I fell in love with him when he played in Maui. He was shooting the ball a lot more then. I like it when he drives to the hoop and shoots the ball. I know he makes good passes, but do you think it is better for our team if he shoots the ball towards the basket more? Thank you for everything, Hawgball. Y'all are the best. Thank you, Miss Kansas.
Wow, that's a fantastic question from Olive. I love it when Anthony Black shoots the ball. He only shot it 4 times, but the only thing I will say is that, I mean, tonight he has 7 assists, 5 rebounds. He's still impacting the game. He's still playing great defense. And Coach Muss said he was a game time decision pretty much tonight. And we weren't even sure if he was going to play because of that. He banged knees with somebody early in the first half against Baylor.
That stresses me out.
Yeah, still had 11 points tonight, 7 to 9 from the free throw line.
It seems like he does real well with those putbacks like Jordan got tonight. You see, he's active. He's involved in everything we're doing.
Yeah, and it's just, I think he very much he's a very cerebral guy and really likes to read the game, and he feels like every game has a different identity, and sometimes that's going to allow him to score some more. And sometimes he wants to be more of a facilitator and find other people, and he thinks that'll be the best way he can help us win. So, but gosh, does he look good when he goes downhill?
He does. He's got that move where it almost looks like it can't be legal. He takes that step, and then we're going to get points out of it. Mm-hmm. It just seems, it's almost like, oh gosh, he knows something that the rest of the team doesn't. They all know, except for the player that's about to get the ball, or everybody get ready for the rebound. That's not going to happen because he makes it. This team is Anthony Black's team with an asterisk named Devo up there right now. But those two have been playing catch with each other, bringing the ball down the court, and the offense has been looking good. And boy, Ricky Council IV seemed like he was out of sync. He is really developing into a role of consistency out there, and that's been refreshing from this team.
Yeah, I think he really knows who he is, and going back to Olive's question, I think Anthony Black knows exactly who he is, and I don't think we saw that from either of those guys at the start of SEC play, and a lot of the guys on this team. So, and that's understandable given the guys that we lost and they had to change their roles. But it's really good to see these guys shaping up as a team.
One thing you'll never hear, we've never heard, and I don't think you'll ever hear us say it, is we've gotten too much Anthony Black. We've got too much Anthony
I
Black.
don't think...
There's never not enough Anthony Black. It's so fun to watch him. And Olive, Arkansas, I appreciate that question too.
Olive, Arkansas.
We're huge Anthony Black fans. What can we say?
Yeah, I'd love it if he just
Wonder if Olive's single.
I hope so. But honestly, if Anthony Black shot the ball every time, every possession, I wouldn't be that mad about it. You know, I'd love Ricky and Devo to get some too, but I mean, it wouldn't be that bad of an offense.
No, I wonder if that's my problem on them dating apps. I've never gotten a swipe right or whatever makes you get a match.
Because you just love Anthony Black too much?
That said, tell me about yourself, and I said, looking for someone who loves Anthony Black with passion like me.
Yeah.
If you don't know who AB is, we'll never make it to C.
Oh. Wow, yeah. I mean...
Ladies.
But you're being
it out there.
You're being who you are. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone
Keeping
out
it
there
real.
that loves him as much as you do. And
I sure hope so. I sure hope so. But hey, at least I've got the Razorbacks and Anthony Black in the meantime.
Yep. Okay, well,
what's looking ahead? Who we going to?
We're going to South Carolina, and I don't think we need to say much. If we're going to get a road win, this is our best chance.
We haven't got one yet this year, have we?
No, we haven't.
A true road win. An SEC road win. Well, we need it.
We'll probably be favored by double digits.
No way.
I bet we will be. They are the computers don't like them very much, Walt.
How did South Carolina do this past weekend? Oh, were they in the Big 12 challenge?
They might not have been, but
yeah, they're not. They're kind of. They did win at Rupp Arena this year.
Yeah, you got to give them that.
They did win at Rupp Arena this year.
I believe that's their only.
Place.
I believe that's their only SEC win. I think they're something like 200 in most of the computers.
They're really looking forward to LSU and Ole Miss. Man, we really shouldn't be talking shit about the next team we're going to play. I don't want this being played down there in Gamecock World.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, hopefully we'll be all right. Our boys are excited. Our young men are excited about getting their first road win and preparing. You know, we've got a lot of things on the road in the future, and this team seems to be doing their usual peaking in February because it's late January. Sure has been fun.
Yeah, for sure. I think all you need to say about South Carolina is that if we execute our game plan and can just score the ball a little bit, I think our defense will do enough to win that game. That's a game that we really can't afford to lose if we want to make the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely. This team's rolling right now, and our last two losses have been games that we feel like we should have won. And Coach Buss has said those locker rooms were real tough, and the team likes to win. And Devo and Anthony Black are at the gym before he is, and they're working hard. And I think they're going to be playing basketball well into March this year.
And one last thing. If anybody thinks we didn't talk about the refs because we won tonight, well, that's good. If we don't talk about the refs, that means they did a good job. That's what they're supposed to do, not get talked about.
They were talked about by that 10,000 crowd today. There was a great ref you suck chant.
Yeah.
We got the best and the classiest fans in basketball, but the ref you suck was just an all good fun. It was you know.
Oh no, that's one of my favorite chants.
Sure.
I think it comes from the hockey world originally. It got pretty big.
You know, they're not using bad words there, and they're not. You know, it's just the kids were having a good time in the stands, and Coach Buss was loving it. He was really bragging about the fans, and his mom got to come to the game tonight for the first time.
Yeah.
Here at Bud Walton, and said that she was just blown away by the students.
Yeah. Now they just need to make the student section a little bigger.
Yeah. It's been rowdy with the snow.
Okay. I think we're going to sign off now. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to, or don't.
But we'll be back, and you can see us only on Hawgball.